Hello and welcome to OC News. On today's show, homecoming is around the corner at Cal State Fullerton and the latest on Titan Sports News. This is OC News Now. Hello and welcome to OC News. I'm Jen Moynihan.
And I'm Brittany Payton. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast students at Cal State Fullerton.
It's time to show your blue and orange. Yes, that's right. Our school colors will be out in force all week. That's because it's homecoming week.
There are a ton of activities planned on campus. The first took place today in the quad, but don't worry if you missed the festivities today. There'll be plenty of other ways to show your Titan pride. Our own Mimi Sessions is in the quad with the latest.
Homecoming week kicked off today right here at the Titan Walk, where ASI hosted their cook-off and Titan Task Force hosted their carnival. Come right back to Titan Walk tomorrow, where there will be a homecoming float and the sculptures exhibit. Right here in the quad on Wednesday, there will be a fashion show hosted by ASI and Titan Shops. And then come back on Thursday for the campus pep rally. This will all lead up to the big game this Saturday against Hawaii. The game starts at 7, but the festivities begin at 5. Don't forget to come back for the homecoming dance at 8 o'clock in the TSU. Reporting live from Titan Walk, this is Mimi Sessions for OC News.
For a look at the first homecoming week festivities, let's turn now to Crystal Ruiz, who was there in the quad for the kickoff.
The Titan Walk was turned into a carnival, complete with a strength tester and dunk tank. Titans also had the opportunity to get their caricature drawn, get a henna tattoo, and win some Titan gear. The fun will continue tomorrow with a float exhibition on the Titan Walk. There will be a fashion show on Wednesday and a pep rally on Thursday held in the Central Quad. These events are put on by ASI to begin the homecoming week. Here is basketball player Chris Collins with his homecoming experience.
Homecoming is always fun. You know, you get like the biggest crowd. The stands are always packed. They always have fun for the people outside, in and out trucks, different games and stuff people come to. So, you know, it's really a good atmosphere. It's really fun for not just us as players, but for the students to come out and, you know, just give us a lot of support.
Homecoming is right around the corners for the players, students, alumni, and community members who make this event great. The pregame festival starts at 3 p.m. Saturday, February 15th. The festival will include giveaways, entertainment, and an in-and-out truck for those that sign up. The game versus the Hawaii Warriors will begin at 6 p.m. in the Titan Gym. Those interested in joining the fun can sign up at fullerton.edu/homecoming. Reporting for OC News, this is Crystal Ruiz.
Tax season is here again, and Cal State Fullerton is helping students and families with annual household incomes of less than $58,000 by offering free tax preparation for the 6th consecutive year in a row. The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program is sponsored by the IRS for the community, but is run entirely by Cal State Fullerton students and alumni. The event began February 9th and will be continuing until April 13th at the CSUF campus, which is also offering free parking passes to their clients. If you'd like more information on days and times and what proper documentation is needed, you can contact CSUF at the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Center. When we come back, Titans women's softball continues to roll, and CVS is planning to ban the sale of cigarettes. Find out when.
Titan Radio is Cal State Fullerton's own radio station located in the basement of Pollock Library. Students can stop by and pick up an application during operating hours. Anyone who has a computer and internet can listen to us www.titanradio.org. A lot of people who want to pursue TV and film usually start out in radio, so it's always a great opportunity.
That's me. That's me.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
It's close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
CVS is kicking the habit. Cigarettes and the FDA has launched a $15 million ad campaign to stop teen smoking. This and more in Health News with Sylvia Pareda.
Cal State Fullerton is the first CSU to ban smoking. We went smoke-free last semester, and now the mega pharmacy and store CVS has also vowed to stop selling tobacco products starting in October. CNN reporter Brian Todd has consumers' reactions.
For these two CVS customers, the impact of the company's decision to stop selling cigarettes is just sinking in.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Or sorry, it's gonna be trouble. You're gonna have to go to like a gas station or something.
It could also mean a lifestyle change.
Would you be more prone to quit at this point?
Well, I'm planning on quitting actually within the next 6 months, so it's gonna help.
What it won't help is CVS's immediate bottom line. The company takes in $2 billion a year from sales of tobacco products, but that's less than 2% of their total revenue. And sales figures show gas stations, convenience, and specialty stores are really where people get their smokes in America, not drugstores. For CVS, the nation's second largest drugstore chain, the big picture goal is to recoup their losses elsewhere.
This is a move that'll help CVS become more of a healthcare provider at its stores, a role the company says the selling of cigarettes conflicted with.
CVS's chief executive told CBS this morning it's part of improving their overall healthcare strategy.
We have 26,000 pharmacists and nurse practitioners who are helping millions of patients across the country every day manage conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, all conditions whose effects are worsened by the impact of smoking.
Today's decision is a long way from the Mad Men era. As America's healthcare system faces more cost pressures and more demand because of Obamacare, CVS has jumped in head first, increasingly providing walk-in clinics, flu shots, more pharmacy service, forging more partnerships with hospitals, health insurers, doctors' offices. Will that make up for the loss of cigarette sales?
We think the pharmacy is going to be a central hub in sort of the continuum of healthcare, and so their ability to continue to provide more healthcare services to the end consumer and to payers and providers is going to be a major growth driver for them long term.
Will CVS's competitors follow suit? Walgreens and Rite Aid both say they've been evaluating the sales of tobacco products and customers' needs, and both say they'll continue to evaluate. But analysts say, given the wellness push in the U.S., those chains will likely have to follow CVS's lead. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.
And another anti-smoking campaign, this one aimed at teens. It's a campaign to show young people that smoking isn't glamorous. The Food and Drug Administration kicked off a new anti-smoking campaign called The Real Cost. Aimed at preventing teenagers from smoking, the television, radio, print, and online ads use vanity as a tool to show the damaging effects smoking has on skin, gums, teeth, and nails from prolonged smoking addictions. If you are feeling stressed and feel out of balance, check out the health services for a realignment for just $5 per visit. You can receive some chiropractic help for your aching back. And if your New Year's resolution includes eating healthy, make sure to check out the nutrition workshops offered at the health center. Nutrition 101 workshops offer guidance on how to create healthy and balanced meals. Workshops are peer facilitated by CSUF nutrition advocates and are offered several times a week.
It was an exciting weekend for Titan sports. Chris Collins has more.
Thanks, Jen. The Cal State Fullerton women's softball team is off to one of their best starts in decades. The Lady Titans are off to a 5-0 start after they swept the Easton Invitational, which they hosted at Anderson Field this past weekend. On Friday, the Titans defeated LMU 9-0 and defending national champion Oklahoma 3-1. They went on to beat Santa Clara 8-0 and Pitt 7-4 on Saturday, and finally beat George Washington yesterday 9-0. Missy Takiyaho, a sophomore transfer from Washington, led the team with 8 hits, including 2 home runs, and over the weekend, junior Eliza Crawford also had 2 home runs, both in Sunday's game. The Titans will be back in action again Wednesday versus San Diego at home before heading down to San Diego State, the San Diego State tournament held this upcoming weekend. The women's indoor track team competed at the Husky Invitational this past weekend at the University of Washington. At their second meet of the season, the Titans received a PR from senior Katie Wilson, who finished the 200 in 25:11, which was just behind senior Ashley Sims' 25:02, which put her in 22nd place. Junior Tahara Dial set a Cal State Fullerton record in the 800 meter of 2:17:31. Freshman Destiny Brown finished 7th in the 60 meter with a time of 7.49 and 10th in the 200 at 24.34. Junior Dina Pierce finished 15th in the 200 meter hurdles with a time of 8:81. The Titans baseball team opens up play this Friday at home with a triple header against Washington State. The Titans were ranked the number one team in the nation by USA Today and the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Division I preseason poll. The Titans, who lost to eventual national champion UCLA last season in the Super Regionals of the NCAA tournament. The Titans return its pitching core that is regarded as the best in college baseball. The game Friday will be held at 7 p.m., Saturday's game will be at 2 p.m., and Sunday's game at 1 p.m. The men's basketball team returns to Titan Gym this weekend as they'll be hosting the UC Davis Aggies on Thursday night at 7 p.m. and on Hawaii on Saturday at 6 p.m. for the homecoming game. The Titan Festival will begin at 3 p.m. and will include an activity zone, entertainment from various on-campus groups, special deals on Titan gear, and an appearance from Tuffy Titan. Back to you, Jen.
When we come back, a new movie release breaks record box office for the weekend. And the latest, a popular American film director after the break.
Titan TV is a student-operated facility maintained by students.
It's on the Cal State Fullerton campus, and it's a great opportunity for Cal State Fullerton students to get hands-on experience directly in a studio environment.
Working with Titan TV puts me in this professional environment. Everyone here is really fun to work with, and everyone just gets along so well. I'm having a great time.
Watching Titan TV.
With Legos talking to each other in one of the latest movies, Miley being asked to prom, and Woody Allen in the headlines again, it was an eventful week in entertainment news. Rebecca Penner has more.
Woody Allen's name continues to be in headlines for accusations of sexually abusing his adopted daughter, Dylan Farrell. Scott Thompson has the recent updates in the family matter.
Fell in love with the name Jasmine.
The critically acclaimed film Blue Jasmine is bringing Woody Allen plenty of attention this award season, but that attention has also brought ugly allegations from more than 20 years ago back to the surface. In an open letter published in the New York Times last week, his adopted daughter Dylan Farrell accused him of sexually assaulting her when she was 7. Now Allen has written an op-ed of his own, accusing his ex, Mia Farrow, of planting the story in Dylan's head. Allen writes, quote, "Is it so inconceivable that after many years of this indoctrination, the image of me Mia wanted to establish had taken root?" He suggested Mia Farrow may have been behind Dylan's letter, an attempt to hurt him professionally. Dylan responded in a statement saying, quote, "For 20 years I've never wavered in describing what he did to me. I will carry the memories of surviving these experiences for the rest of my life." The abuse claims first surfaced when Allen and Mia Farrow split after 12 years together. Connecticut prosecutors declined to charge Allen because they thought 7-year-old Dylan was, quote, fragile. Psychologists who evaluated the case called Dylan coached.
They also concluded it did not happen, that the molestation did not happen. That should be the end of it.
Allen says the op-ed will be his final word on the matter, saying, quote, "Enough people have been hurt." But Dylan Farrow insists she won't be silenced.
The Lego Movie made the second largest February debut of all time after The Passion of the Christ 10 years ago. April Williams shares the numbers of this week's top grossing movies in your Hollywood Minute.
The box office this weekend, in its debut, The Lego Movie was the big winner. It came in at number 1, earning $69.1 million. Taking the number 2 spot was the George Clooney movie, The Monuments Men. And Right Along cruised in at number 3. For Hollywood Minute, I'm April Williams.
Have you ever thought asking someone to prom was difficult? Try asking Miley Cyrus. April Williams has the story.
Miley Cyrus would probably make a pretty exciting prom date, right? Matt Peterson, a teen in Arizona, thought so he took to YouTube to ask her out.
Miley Cyrus, will you go to prom with me?
The video went viral and got Miley's attention, so she responded via Twitter. The Bangers singer declined the invite but did ask Matt to her next show in Arizona and even included an emoji kiss. Matt was quick to reply, saying this was the best day of his entire life.
What's going to do it for entertainment?
Curling has picked up a bit of a cult following in the U.S. since its reintroduction to the Winter Olympics in 1998. Even if most TV viewers don't understand what's going on, Karen Kaifa has the ice for curling 101.
Around here, curling is no joke.
All the way, ladies, come on, hard!
And with curling competition set to begin in Sochi, the Potomac Curling Club will likely get a lot more visitors.
Like most clubs in the United States, we get very popular every 4 years.
Sometimes referred to as chess on ice, curling traces its roots to Scotland. Following the sport means learning the lingo. The name comes from the spin or the curl on the rock as it's released towards a target.
The bullseye-looking thingy here is called the house. That's where all the scoring takes place. We mentioned before we've got the hack, the starting blocks. You'll see also on curling ice you have thick blue lines, one on each side of the sheet. Those are called the hog lines.
Watch the line, guys. Watch the line hard now. Hard.
A draw, which is when you simply want to put a rock in a specific place. You have a takeout, which is when you want to hit another rock out of the scoring area. You have a guard, which is a rock that is protecting a shot that you have. And end is when all the rocks are thrown and you tabulate the score. Think of it like an inning in baseball.
It may not look like it requires that much athleticism, but as I learned,
Run the rock! Run the rock! Yeah, hard!
There's more than meets the eye, especially in the sweeping of the ice, melting it ahead of the rock for an easy glide.
Yep.
I've got the physicality of the brooming.
Yep.
That strategy.
Yep.
Seems like there's a lot more to this than people watching on TV might think.
There's an equal amount of brains and brawn in this game.
And plenty of good spirit.
Good curling.
Here at Potomac and even in Olympic echelons, the winner buys the loser around at the end of play.
Cool thing about this sport is it doesn't really matter, what team you're on. It's just who's playing well. Good curling is good curling.
In Laurel, Maryland,
Nice game,
I'm Karen Kaifa.
That is going to do it for us here at OC News. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Jen Moynihan. We'll see you on the next edition of OC News.